Hey everybody, this is Brian with BearCards34, back with a quick mail day video. I was really excited about these two cards that I picked up that's a theme. Now these are not the two cards. If you follow my channel before, this is a Brian Piccolo rookie card. Misspelled name on the front and on the back. On the back they spell it B-R-Y-A-N, and on the front B-R-Y-O-N. And as you can see from the Brian song movie right here, that's the correct spelling. And this movie is the reason that I am named Brian. I am named after Brian Piccolo, and that's, I'm sure, the reason I became a Chicago Bears fan, although as a little kid, having Walter Payton and the Chicago Bears of 1985 play definitely didn't hurt any. And then this Gale Sayers, this is one of the very first vintage cards that I ever got, thanks to my mom for that one. And I knew it would get a lower grade, but I wanted to send that in to get slabbed because it's a very sentimental card to me. Second year card, same image as his rookie season, but I love the Philadelphia 67 set, and so I was really happy to be able to get that slabbed up for my Bears collection. So anyway, I got two pickups. Now this first one here is one that I've wanted for a very, very long time, but just had never gotten one, and I saw this on eBay, and it's in really good shape right here, so I was very happy to get this. This is a 1969 Topps 4-in-1. These were inserts in the pack, and so it's 4 players, and you could tear these out to make mini cards. Luckily, this one is complete, and it's got the Brian Piccolo. And my guess is that this is the original photo that was used, and then they did the coloring in the back of the cards. So this is, I'm assuming, just like the actual background right there. And he's on that with Chuck Howley of the Cowboys, Eric Barnes of the Browns, and Chris Hamburger of the Redskins. And so yeah, this is what the backs look like right here. You can just kind of see where you can pull those apart if you wanted to back in the day. So I'm very, very happy to have that card right there, adding that one to the collection. And then the other one that I picked up cost a little bit more, but very happy to have this one in the collection as well. And this is a Gale Sayers right here. So this one is a 2013 National Treasures Century Materials Game Used Jersey, number 23 out of 49. And you can even see there's a little yellowish mark right there. And I was just really excited to be able to add one of these to my collection. So very, very happy about that. And yeah, first game used Gale Sayers in my collection, that's for sure. Now, I will mention, I'm really happy to have that card, but there is a part of me that feels some pain that they took a game-used jersey of Gale Sayers or any of these Hall of Famers from back in the day and then cut them up into little pieces. You know, I have conflicted feelings about that. However, if they made them and it's out there, I am glad that I have one in my collection because it definitely means a lot to me. In the background here, you'll see I have this Gale Sayers auto. That was from when I met him when I was a teenager at a sports card show in Salt Lake City. And it was great for me to be able to meet him. And I got to talk to him briefly, and I let him know that I was named after Brian Piccolo. And he looked at me and said he was a great man. So it was really, that was a great moment for me, being able to have that moment with him. There is a video that I made for Dustin over at Dustin and Blake's channel. He has another channel called Super Collectors Unite. It's a really cool channel, and there's some awesome videos on there. So I'll include a link to that with the video of my favorite football card. That was the theme for that video. And so if you guys want to check out that video that goes into a lot of detail about my favorite card, and I think that's the video where I included a little snip of a home movie. My mom took a home video of me getting Gale Sayers' autograph and talking to him. And so I think that's on the end of that video, I believe. Anyway, if you want to check out that video, check out that channel, subscribe to Super Collectors Unite, and check out the other videos on there too, because they are really, really cool videos. So anyway, I will mention just real briefly for those of you who are not familiar with Brian Piccolo, this right here is a book from my junior high school that I checked out and never returned. My bad. I should have done that, but I never did. And then the movie and the Gale Sayers auto there. So these two really mean a lot to me sentimentally, especially obviously Brian Piccolo because I was named after him. But Brian had a 5-year career with the Chicago Bears. He started as an undrafted free agent in 1965, That was the same year that Gale Sayers, the Kansas Comet, joined the team. He was the 4th pick of the draft, Gale Sayers, and the 3rd pick was Dick Butkus. So they had an amazing draft that year. So Brian came in as an undrafted free agent, even though he led the nation in rushing and scoring at Wake Forest the year before. And the two of them struck up a friendship, and it's highlighted in the film, Brian's Song. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. James Caan, Billy D. Williams, great movie. It's an older movie, but it's a great movie. And if you're gonna watch one, I would watch that one. There is a newer version, but I'd still recommend the original. So anyway, they played together on the team, and Gale Sayers was just amazing as a rookie. I think he had 22 touchdowns, which was an NFL record at the time. He's one of the greatest running backs of all time. The highlight reel for that guy is just amazing. It's beautiful. I mean, he really ran like an artist. It was fantastic. In fact, I think he's John Mangini's favorite running back of all time. John, if you're watching this and I'm wrong, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure that he is. Gale Sayers is amazing. He didn't have a very long career, but he is in the Hall of Fame because he was just so amazing that you couldn't keep him out. So anyway, the 65 season, Sayers was amazing. Brian Piccolo didn't get any playing time. He was a backup to Gale. But in 1968, Sayers had a really bad knee injury, and Brian Piccolo took over and became the starter, and he did very well. He was, not Gale Sayers, but he filled in really well with Chicago, and then helped Gale Sayers helped him with his comeback and return. So in 1969, when Sayers was fully healthy, he won the comeback player of the year, actually for 68, I believe. But so when he came back, it wasn't quite the same, but he was still a fantastic running back. And so when Gale came back, Brian switched to fullback. They were able to play together in the same backfield, and I think that was a really great time for the two of them. And one thing I'll make note of here, along with being great friends, they became the first black and white players to room together. Prior to that, the players were still segregated by race. And like I said, they became quick friends and really close, and that's again highlighted in this film right here, Brian's Song. Unfortunately, Brian had a much more serious fight on his hands when he was diagnosed with cancer, and he unfortunately lost his life, passed away in June of 1970. And like I mentioned, the Brian Song film is named after, or is a dedication to the friendship that the two of them had and of Brian's life. He was married, had girls, he was a girl dad as well, and just a fantastic player. His number 41 is retired by the Chicago Bears. No one will use that jersey ever again. When I went to a game in Chicago in 2019 against the Lions, I saw a couple of Brian Piccolo jerseys that fans were wearing, and I just thought that was awesome. So anyway, love these two pickups. Very, very happy to have them in the PC. This is a card I was long due to get, so I'm glad I finally have that. And then the Gale here, it just came up in my feed on eBay, and I stared at it for a while, and I came back to it a couple times, and then eventually thought, you know what, I would really love to have that card. So very happy with that. That's going to do it for today. Hope everyone is doing well, and thanks for watching as always, and go Bears.